Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and if you didn't watch the first video on this, you might want to back up and watch the first video. It is filled in the black with over some of the gray, and what's happening is this. If you look real close, and let's take the color fill out of the gray, there's some overlapping lines, and the easiest way I found, and I did this logo earlier so I know what's going on, I'm going to move it over my 5 inches. I'm going to go up to arrange and ungroup because I just want just that one part of his note. And I'm going to I'll tell you what, let's move it over 10 inches and get it out here. I'm going to put no fill, and there's kind of our problem. We've got some overlapping lines on the black. It might even be like that line right there. But what I would do to correct that, we just need to make it a little bit smaller. Go to Effects, Contour, and we're going to contour 0.003 to the inside. We'll probably need to go a little bit more. We'll call that good for right now. Go to Arrange, Break Contour Apart, grab our black line. Let me back up here, and we'll move it all the way over back to the gray part, and then we'll take color fill and we'll color that in with a gray. His nose is a little bit different color, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be. And then group that together with Control G and move it over. Now let's try filling in the black with the black Smart Fill tool. Get back on black. Let's go up to that ear. So now it did not fill up that gray, and it kind of gives it a cool look. It's kind of got a little outline around it. Now, as in anything, if you're going to engrave this, make sure you don't do a combination job, or make sure you right click no outline, and then it will not cut because there's no hairlines in there. So there's that logo. Now, there's people talk about this a lot, and you know, there's color mapping that you can engrave with. And let's say you're going to engrave this on a plaque. I'll tell you what, let's just put it in the center of the page now. Let's group all this, make sure it's grouped together, Control G, and let's put it in the center. Now, let's say you were going to engrave this, and this is the way I would do it instead of trying to figure out color mapping. If you run this job at 70, 60 speed, the black's not going to show out over the gray. Even though your laser's going to put a little bit less power, it's going to be too close together. So what I would do, and let's just put this in this left-hand corner like it would be in your engraver. And if I was going to engrave this, what I would do, I must not have Snap to on. So go to View, Snap to Page, and then it should snap right to that corner. Now, if I was going to engrave this, I would break it apart, and I would get see, it's giving me the box. So you can put it in the back of the page, go to Arrange, Order, back of page, and now it won't hit the box. Hit your gray and move it off. Now, I would engrave all this at, whatever normal speed, 100 power at 60 speed, or 50 or 70, whatever you do. Let that run. Then grab just your gray and run that at like 100 power, 100 speed. So it barely engraves it. You'll get a lot better effect, I think, than color mapping and all that stuff. It's going to take twice as long to run, and I didn't have it all grouped together. So group that together, Control G, and move it back, and that's what your logo is going to look like. That's a pretty good clean logo. And we'll put our yellow box back. See, I've locked my yellow box, so I have to unlock it. And the reason I locked it is because whenever you're taking stuff out, you'll hit that yellow box and it's going to try to grab that yellow box. So there's a good clean logo. I still see a little bit of white, but that could be removed. All right, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.